What's up, everybody? 412 Sportscards here today, back with another video, and today we're going to be answering the question, how do I sell my cards? We got, not a listener, a Instagram subscriber reached out when I asked, for video topics, said, hey, how do you decide what you're going to auction, what you're going to hit with the buy it now listing, and what you're going to trade? And I thought this was a pretty good topic. Not where do I sell, like eBay versus Instagram versus PWCC or something, but how I sell, what kind of listing method. It's actually been on my mind pretty recently as I consigned something for the first time, I think, ever. And that was an interesting experience. We'll get into that in this video, but I'm going to discuss how I decide between auction, buy it now, and trading of my sports cards. Without further ado, let's get into it. Drop a like, drop a sub. Also, check out the new pickup right there. Sweet, sweet Crosby patch. And we'll talk about auction first. Historically, I've sent very little to auction. The nature of it's really unpredictable, right? Sometimes you're going to get way above comps. Sometimes you're going to get way less. It depends when you list it. Typically, best practice is like a Sunday night is a good listing time, to end on a Sunday night. But it's still so unpredictable. But there's a couple situations that really stand out for auctions. And the first one is quickly disposing of cards that you got a good deal on. This is the most common use of auctions, I think. Let's set the stage. You buy cards at a show. I'll show some examples. Like, say you bought this. I don't know, it's not a huge card, but it's nice. You bought this. You bought this Zion, say it was a PSA 10. You bought stuff like this Jeff Carter autograph, and you bought this. I mean, these are just cheap cards. Maybe these could be examples of stuff I got at a show. I got a good deal. I just want to get rid of them. This is the type of stuff I would send to auction. I was in it at maybe 70% of comps. I want my cash because I, showgoer, want to be at another show in a couple weeks and repeat this same process. Buy at 70%, unload fast. I need to turn my cash quickly. Maybe I miss out on 5% of the sale price, but that's not as important to me as having the cash in hand for the show in 2 weeks to go repeat this process, because if I didn't get, an auction going, I might not have the cash in hand. It's really, really important to turn cash fast for a lot of people. Especially if you're in at good prices, auctions can be really appealing for that. That is not my MO. There's another way, though, and it's to sell cards to create a bidding war. This is if you have a super rare or desirable card. I can't emphasize enough how rare it has to be for this to work. This patch out of 31, I don't think qualifies for what I would consider auction worthy for this create a bidding war out of something super rare. I'm thinking not only are we talking a print run under 50, but we're talking highly desired, highly iconic set. You need to check all those boxes for it to fit for me. But I've been lured into this trap before, and it's a little risky, right? It's boom or bust. You're saying, hey, I hope I create a bidding war. I hope I get more than, a buy it now offer would be, because I got 2 people at least that are really interested in it. And it can be tempting. You can think my card fits the bill. I don't know, Ultimate Trios patch out of 10 fits the bill. This is highly desirable. One of my most liked Instagram posts. Really just awesome card, game-worn patches. This is desirable, but maybe it goes for a really cheap price. That's the risk you run. This is basically what happened to me with my consignment. I sent 2 Jambalayas, print run of probably 50, and I got absolutely smoked. I mean, I actually got less on one of them than I got offered when I had it listed as a buy it now. That shows you just how much risk there is in using an auction, even when a card has a really low print run. So many things can go wrong. It's really risky. I sent to consignment because I thought maybe I could have gotten a bidding war. Didn't work out that way. I paid the price. There's a third point, though. And this is huge for why I'm so big on auctions. It's behavioral, guys. Maybe let's say you're in desperate need of cash. if you're not in desperate need of cash, you might find the buy it now appealing. I'm going to hold out for a higher price. I'm going to be more satisfied with the price that I get. But sometimes there are downsides to that. There's behavioral issues. Maybe I need money for life, for other cards, and I know I need to sell a card. Let's say, I know I just got it. I wouldn't do it. But let's say this Malkin Foundation's out of 5. I'm like, I don't really need this in my collection anymore. I should probably sell it. Offer comes in. It's pretty fair. But I'm like, man, I really just, this card's so cool. Like, I don't know if I even want to get rid of it for that fair price. When before, I had decided that I not only needed to get rid of this, but that was a price that I would be happy to get rid of it at. It's behavioral. We buy cards because we love them. It makes it really hard to pass, even if the price is fair. When you send an auction, you wipe that problem away. As soon as I send this thing to auction, especially if you send it to consignment, even more so, out of your hands, it's going to be gone. And yes, maybe the price isn't exactly what you want. But when you decided to send this to auction, you said, hey, I need this cash. I need it gone. I need the cash. And that's what you're getting. You are removing the behavioral barriers to you getting cash out of your collection. It cannot be understated how important that is. To some extent, that's what I did with the jambalayas, because I was like, if I leave these by now, I may never sell them. I just need to get rid of this stuff. I shouldn't have bought it. I need to get rid of it. The behavioral aspect of auctions is the most appealing part of them to me. We're going to move quickly through the rest of these, but I want to talk about buy it now. We already talked a decent amount about buy it now. Shocker, I said I don't auction. I do buy it now or best offer. My go-to strategy. It's yielding, I think, the highest prices. I get the best selling price. I can feel comfortable with the selling price. I don't have to take any offers that come in. I set the standard. I set the terms. When an offer comes in, I say, yeah, I'm comfortable with that price. Gone. You never have that remorse that comes with an auction where you're like, oh, I just got like absolutely smoked. That will not happen to you. This is what I'm doing with almost all my cards. If I sold this card, this card, this card, this card, all would be buy it nows. Even, to be honest, these cards, buy it nows for me. That's the way I operate. Buy it now centric, but I just wanted to paint the picture for all of you guys so you can understand how other people who maybe function a little differently in the hobby do their business, understand kind of whatever avenue you want to go in. Trading, a lot of people trade. I don't, as a collector, don't really see the value in trading that much. When someone reaches out to me and says, I like that card, can I trade for it? My answer is almost immediately no, because I'm so picky about what I buy. Cards like these are all cards that appeal to me. But maybe this card with a worse patch is not appealing to me. I'm very picky, as a lot of collectors are. I don't necessarily want whatever that person has in trade, even if it's equal value dollar-wise. I want cards that I can really enjoy. It's harder to come by them in a trade just because I'm so picky. But there are situations where I'll trade. This card's actually a replacement because to acquire this Ian Book Black Prism, I had to trade away a Malkin Limited Logos. The guy who had it, he wanted that Limited Logos in trade. It was a nice card. Had to get rid of it. I needed to trade to acquire this piece that I really wanted, a one-of-one that I didn't want to go into someone else's collection. Wanted it to be mine. Sometimes you have to pay those prices. Trading can come in handy there. But that's about it, guys. To summarize, buy now or best offer is almost always the move for me. Auctions, if you want to get liquidity, you want to force yourself to get liquidity, or if you're just trying to churn inventory you got at a good price. I only trade out of necessity to acquire big cards for the PC. But that is about it for me today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. Feel free to comment any videos you want to hear in the future. I always tend to make videos from recommendations from listeners, and I'll catch y'all next time. See ya.